All right, we are on air, and I got here just in time. So I'm held up in a cave, also known as a co-working space in Seattle, as the internet at my usual location is down, as it is for a lot of the region out here. Um, so what happens when you give Comcast 100% majority of the customers? Um, so we've got a lot of great landing pages to review today. For those of you that don't know, I am Josh Ledgard, founder of KickoffLabs. Is with me as always is Izzy Palmerin. Say hi, Izzy.
Hey everybody! Thanks for joining our live landing page reviews, and as always, very excited to help everybody, Kickoff Labs and non-Kickoff Labs customers alike, improve their landing page conversion rates. So take it away, Josh.
So as Izzy said, this session, we do it a lot, is dedicated to reviewing landing pages. We're going to give landing pages kind of a once-over. There's obviously a lot more we could do to help people with their specific campaigns, but we're going to kind of look for the loose ends, the things that we can correct, the 80% things that we think are great suggestions to improve. And I think everybody learns from this. So even if it's not your landing page, you should be taking away some notes and learning some things you can apply to your own landing pages. For those of you that don't know, I can tell most of you do, because the landing pages that we seem to get submitted are built on Kickoff Labs. So Kickoff Labs does support lots of lead generation campaigns, ranging from product launches to contests to lead magnets to general just lead generation. At the end of this, I'll give a quick overview of a new feature. Actually, it might just come up during the chat. We recently launched exit intent widgets. So if somebody tries to leave your landing page or any website in general, you can pop up a last-minute offer and a last chance to get them to subscribe. So I know I saw a couple landing pages that had implemented this already, and that's great to see. And we'll actually take a look at those during the reviews. So any point you have questions, feel free to post them to the chat. We love hearing the commentary. We love when people offer other folks suggestions through the chat. We'll be pausing regularly to take a look at the chat window and get people's feedback. That's why we do this live. Otherwise, we could just record all of these reviews offline, get rid of all the ums and ums and live ticks that we have while we're going through this. But it's a lot more fun to do this live with an audience. So I'm going to go ahead and share the first page up for review. And if you're here live, we love to take those pages. So feel free to just remind us, post your page live on the chat, and we'll take a look at your page there. So everybody should be seeing my screen now, and I'm looking at a landing page called Meter Me. And so it says the first thing I see is this logo. Meter Me, and very clear text on top of a great background image that says the free rewards platform exclusively for YouTubers. Right away, I love the copy because it says what it is, rewards platform, and it says who it's for, exclusively for YouTubers. So a lot of people try and say, they might just be too general and say my product is a rewards platform, but they're actually explicitly saying this is for YouTubers. So that's a great copy. Right in the beginning. And it says, it follows up with the ridiculously easy way to reward fans and grow your channel. Join the mailing list to earn early access. So the one suggestion I have, a couple of small things on this headline, is I might consider for longer headlines, because this is 2 sentences, it's not just 3 words or 5 words even, it's a longer kind of 2 sentences here, is I would try sentence casing this. So keep the T capitalized and then lowercase it. It'll make it actually easier for people to read. Even though it's a headline, headlines do not have to be all uppercased all the time or capitalized all the time. So I would consider, for the sake of readability when you have more than 1 sentence in a headline like this, try making it sentence cased and removing all the capital letters. Join the growing list to earn access. So I sort of like saying the growing list, because you're trying to say that the list is growing and that there's other people doing it. where it falls apart for me a little bit is to earn early access, because it's not quite, you know, enough of incentive these days. I might think about, you know, are there better rewards or better incentives you could give out or state? The other thing you could do is take this text and move this below the form, so that the call out box gets pushed up higher next to this headline, so that you've got your what it is, who you're helping, what you're doing, then the box, then the incentive below it, just in terms of thinking about reordering things on the page a little bit. And so first thing I look at, now let's look at some of the subcopy on the page. So you can see they've kind of chosen one of our templates. It's called Zigzag Features, and they've got some feature text going left, right across here. Did we mention it was easy and fun? MeterMe has preset digital rewards. You choose what you want, set points and totals, and you're done. The fun part, the fan base gets gamified. I might consider this headline to be a little bit more specific about the what from this subcopy, and say the easy and fun way to gamify your audience, or to reward your audience, and then talk about, you know, we have preset rewards, and then, you know, posts and points can be gamed and get rewards. And that just taking some of the copy out of here and applying it to the headline, I think would help. Going a little bit further down, incentivized fans make your channel grow. The more fans engage with your brand on social media, the more points they earn. More points equal more rewards. I mean, you're basically saying you're going to help the channel grow. I guess what I'm missing a little bit, as somebody who's not quite familiar with the space, and maybe YouTubers are more familiar, is exactly how this is working, or how, you know, what you're asking the fan base to do. So I almost imagine that one of these boxes would be something like, you ask your fan base to like your YouTube videos, you give them rewards for doing it. Like, being a little bit more explicit, even though you have the context, and even though YouTubers may have the context, it doesn't hurt to be very explicit of saying, in the detail copy especially, about what somebody is getting in return for this. So anyway, so I'm going to enter this in and see what the rewards are. Oh, and it looks like they're trying to go to a thank you page that doesn't exist. So if you're here reading this, live, then you might want to publish the thank you page. Let us know. You might want to double check that your thank you page is published, because it looks like it's not currently ready for people to look at. So I can't take a look at the rewards they're doing. I'm sure they've got a reward level based thank you page. I'm sure it would be awesome to look at. I'm sure we'd have some feedback, but I'm just gonna, at this point, unless they're speaking up in the chat in a couple minutes, move on to the next page. And I'll let Izzy take over to talk about noon Pacific.
Sure. So let me go ahead and take a look at noon Pacific. Just quickly to answer to Vito on the chat, he said that he registered for the event yesterday, and he was wondering if he actually had to send his landing page to be reviewed. Yes, you did. There's a little form actually on the sign up page on our landing page where you would submit your landing page. But since you're here live, you can go ahead and just post it here. Exactly. Oh, how Josh said. So let's take a look at noon Pacific. Get the 10 best songs of the week. Handpicked is it me, or is the actual blue kind of like transitioning from like blue to green? I think it's actually transitioning. That's okay. So get the 10 best songs of the week, handpicked and delivered every Monday for free. So that slightly threw me off, that like little transition, but it's basic, you know, really nice. Something that automatically throws me off is the link here at the top where the link, where the noon Pacific image, where their logo is a link, and it'll take me away from their subscribe page. So really depends on what they're trying to do. Usually what a lot of people do on their sign up pages, they do embed the actual logo, but they don't make it a link, just to avoid people from clicking away from the page. And I'm seeing that these social buttons here at the side, these additional social buttons, there's a Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, these are actually going to be driving people slightly away from the page. I think they're sharing buttons, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, they are. Where it says I just subscribed to, where actually at this point I really haven't subscribed to New Pacific yet. I'm just barely at the sign up screen, at the landing page. But it's pretty clear. I mean, roughly kind of is clear what it is. If I'm familiar with the service, obviously I know right off the bat what it is. It says get the 10 best songs of the week handpicked, so it's like a curated service, and it's I guess they're like mixtapes that are released every week or delivered every Monday for free. I mean, it's clear to me what it is after reading the actual text, but the image, I guess the background image just kind of gives it like a more, obviously like a watery feel, but it doesn't really scream music or anything. Let me give you a small example. I really like how SoundCloud has their homepage set up. I mean, you show up on their homepage. Hopefully it'll take me to their main homepage. Yeah, and like boom, it's like a group of people. These guys look like artists. You kind of know right away, and they say, "Hear the world sounds." So they're talking about sound, about music right away in a headline. I'm not saying to really copy this page, but I kind of like how it's set up. Maybe you could kind of like bold out like the 10 best songs of the week, handpicked, delivered to you, and just kind of making it more obvious that this is about music. Because New Pacific right away, honestly, when I first opened up this page and not look at any of the copy, I thought it was like a fashion brand, to be very, very honest. But that's my feedback. Should I sign up, Josh, or do you want to give some feedback on the homepage here?
No, I think you're spot on about it. I mean, a background image, I mean, it's this cool background image that fades, but it has nothing to do with really music. So like a mixtape in the background, somebody sharing a mixtape, some musical artist, just something else that goes along with the brand of what they're doing. Because the copy is clear, but the imagery on the page, the name of the product doesn't validate that copy. I think that's what you were saying, and I think you said it well.
Exactly. Yes. It just does not validate the actual copy on the page. Actually, something that also slightly throws me off is the join CTA. I know. I mean, it sounds nice, join, but I think a stronger call to action text can probably get more people clicking it, using something like get your weekly tracks, or
get mixtape, or get my mix, or just something like that that's related to it.
Exactly. That would really, really help out. So let me see what happens when I sign up here. I'll hit join. Oh, okay, so it looks like they're using our embed, our Anyform embed. So thanks for joining. Use this link to share this page and get free stuff. So here it's saying that if I share the page, I get free stuff, but I don't know what the free stuff is, and that's where you wanna, you really want to tell people what the incentive is, especially if you're telling them, share this page and you will get free stuff. I really don't know what the benefit is. Let me see if I got my email reply, and it says there. So they might not have. I won't let you take a look at all my email, but it looks like I haven't gotten the email reply from them. You guys should take a look at the email replies. Make sure that that's enabled, and just, if you're not going to be describing what the get free stuff is here in the thank you message, or on your main thank you, or on your main sign up page, I'm sorry, you should be including what they're going to be getting as free stuff in your email auto replies, because people want to know. I mean, if you're telling me that there is some kind of incentive and I really don't know what it is, I'm not really going to share with friends. If you're telling me share with 3 friends and get a free T-shirt, that's a very clear goal for me, and that's like, okay, well, I know that I have to share with 3 friends to get a free T-shirt. Okay, Very
Yeah,
clear, very explicit.
I agree. You talk about the specific rewards. It'd be great to mention what a specific reward is. The other thing is, because you're saying you're going to give them something for free, and there's clearly a countdown until the next thing is delivered. You want to set expectations too, because people might not get the subtlety that it's like 4 days until the next mixtape. You should say something like, when our next mixtape is released, you're on the list. Check your email. Like, set expectations too as well. So forgetting the sharing part of it and the viral aspect of it, but just when I sign up for something, if I'm expecting something for free, you should try and set those expectations right away in the thank you message of, what I'm getting, what's going to be delivered. Because again, you have that context, but the person signing up really doesn't. You have to assume they know almost nothing about what your service does, about what they're doing.
Perfectly said, Josh. Perfectly said. So actually, I was just grabbing a screenshot of this. But if you'd like to continue with the page, I think we're pretty much done with this review.
Yeah, I'll just say the Meter Me thank you page, they did publish it, so I'm just going to go back to it really quickly. It looks like there's still a lot more work to do on this page, so I'm not going to spend too much time criticizing unfinished work. But some advice for them as they're going. You had a great background image on the first page. Just stick with it and use that same background image for consistency on the second page, so that it feels more connected. Thanks for signing up. Don't leave fellow YouTubers behind. And the only sharing option is email. I would turn on the other sharing options, Facebook, Twitter. Email is one of the least used sharing. The social options, the social sharing options get used much more frequently than the email ones do. And so I would turn on the social sharing. And then, you say like rewards or something, but then you don't actually define the rewards. So like, good start, you are Batman. It's not really rewards. And then there's there's leftover text down here. I would just remove our default text, which we do leave there on the page for helping folks. But just that's my 2 cents. Let's go to let's look at the chat. Has anybody submit a page in the chat yet? Okay.
Josh, real quick, you actually mentioned that most people don't share via email, but I want people to get thrown off and stop including the actual email share button. Is it important to to include both social and email on as a social share message?
I would include both. I just wouldn't exclude the social ones. Like, if you want to keep a page simpler, I tell people in order, drop services that aren't applicable. Like, if you're a B2C, if you're a business to consumer service, you might consider dropping the LinkedIn sharing, for example. If you're building a service on for Twitter or for Facebook, then obviously you want to prioritize those and maybe drop Google Plus and LinkedIn and Pinterest and the ones that aren't related to the service you're on, where your audience lives. But for a general service like this, you can't make too many assumptions like where your audience lives. But especially YouTube, like as a service, you have to assume their audience is YouTubers. They're very social savvy, very social in mind. They're going to be on one of the 3 networks, one of the 2 main networks. And so I would drop LinkedIn. Just think about it in terms of priority order, in terms of where your audience lives and what makes sense for your audience.
Excellent response. Very true, Josh.
So Erwin posted and said he wanted us to look at Razors to You. And so there looks like Razors to You, we're about to revolutionize shaving in New Zealand. The first thing I noticed, everything on the page is centered except for this at the top. We're happy to help if you need help figuring that out. We could help you center that over it. And I think that would just make the page flow a little bit better. It's not really going to change conversion rates too much, but it'll look a little bit more consistent. And it says, we're about to revolutionize shaving in New Zealand by delivering fresh blades to your door each month. What I love about the copy is, so this is longer copy, and you can see in this case, they actually sentence cased it. It's a little bit more readable, and it flows there. And it's also explains actually what they're doing. What didn't quite flow as much is, we're about to revolutionize shaving New Zealand by delivering fresh blades to your door each month. The razor breaks up the sentence, and then it says, and you could earn rewards. If the razor is going to be there, which I think is a great product shot of like what you're doing, I would not have an and. I would end this first sentence and then say, sign up now to earn exclusive rewards, and just put that reward text, make it really clear on top. what the person is doing. There's no other copy on the page. It's kept really simple. I assume that's on purpose. So let's say, and sign up.
Josh, what's your opinion on using the first name and the email address there, using those two form fields?
Using the first name and the email address?
Yep, as opposed to only email address to collect information.
Yeah, I'm a big believer of only collect information that you're going to use. So if you're going to use the first name and you know that you're going to use it in email communication later, and it's going to be of benefit to you, because if when you address somebody in an email and you say, hello, Josh, and you know that that's much more likely to be opened, then I would encourage collecting it as an optional field.
And it's actually much more, well, sorry, Josh, and it's actually much more deliverable as well. It gets past email filters.
Yeah, that's a good point. And so, you know, as long as it's optional, I don't think you'll see too much of a harm in the conversion rate of asking for it. But just keep in mind, every form field you ask for will slightly lower the conversion rate. So let's sign up and see what happens. All right. So thanks for your interest. Invite friends and earn amazing rewards. This is a default text we have in there. I would be brand specific to what you're doing. This is all of the different sharing options. So you might consider, like, do you really want Pinterest sharing? Do you really want LinkedIn sharing for this product? Do you picture people using those venues to share? So I would consider, like, maybe taking out and simplifying that a little bit in this case. And that says share on your favorite social media platform and earn RTUs, goods, and friends for signing up. What I would say is, well, you don't have, it says credit earned. Okay, so you're giving away credit, and you're giving away fairly standard $3, $10, $30. So that's what I would say at the top. Like, invite friends and earn credit for your subscription, or earn free subscription credit for it. Because I mean, it's a great reward, it's a great benefit. So you should highlight that in bold at the top, where it should say invite friends and earn free, earn free subscription credit or something when you sign up. And then I would, and calling that out will help highlight this here. And then you've got this, rewards include. I would explain the reward a bit more. So, the free credit, I would say what it is. So to, again, say it 3 times, like free credit, credit earned, free credit means, and then explain in this sentence. By sharing with your friends, you can earn credit towards products sold with my razors limited to you. I would just say, like, when you will have earned, $5, $10, $25, up to $75. And you can even say that, because $75 is a lot, and it's a pull through. So saying, excuse me. So saying that it's calling that out, saying earning up to $75 in rewards would be a big win for the business here. Izzy, do you have any 2 cents on this page?
No, I think you pretty much nailed it. Pretty much. I would basically do all the changes that you said. Center the logo, make sure those incentives are actually lined up. Something that kind of just quickly came to mind, since they're offering $75 for $75 credit for 50 referrals and like 10 for 10 referrals. I mean, really, it's like each referral earns you $1 of like credit. Maybe even simplifying it like that could possibly even work for you. That's just my opinion. Just making it super simple, like one friend gives you $1 credit in our store. I guess that would be my feedback.
No, I agree that could make it simpler. Izzy, do you want to start out with the Outlaw Kitty? I love their logo, so if you want to.
Yeah, actually, I like the logo. And actually, Mary was actually asking about that page, so yes, I will gladly take a look at it. I've heard you've been looking for me, Outlaw Kitty. Okay, so we're looking at Outlaw Kitty jewelry and gifts for cat lovers. I really love the logo. Actually, I mean, the logo kind of really defines the kitty jewelry and gifts for cat lovers, because generally cat lovers tend to have. I have a few cat lover friends in my life, and they really have kind of like this kind of like style in a way. I've seen stickers, I've seen different articles of clothing that have somewhat, like a logo somewhat related to this. So let me continue with the page. I actually kind of like how it's so big that the form is like right above the fold as well. Something that's gonna definitely hurt your conversion rate just a little bit is the KickoffLabs logo here at the top. We've done testing, with this at the bottom, at the top, different placing. Just having the logo is gonna get people clicking away from the page, and also when you're using our free accounts, you'll see that the page is actually published under. Let me hide this. You'll see that the page is published to our Kickoff Pages domain. So when you have a paid account, you can actually publish this to your own custom domain, and that brings a lot more trustworthy to people visiting the page. So if I visited outlawkitty.com, it would take me, to your Kickoff Labs page, and all I would see is basically this, and this looks great, just black, a nice logo. I heard you've been looking for me. I really don't know if this headline is too descriptive of what you're doing. I think this kind of describes a lot more what you're actually doing, the Outlaw Kitty jewelry and gifts. So I would maybe try either switching this up, either putting this at the top, or maybe playing with a different main headline, just something that explains about Outlaw Kitty just a little bit more, something a little bit more intriguing, because I heard you've been looking for me isn't too intriguing. To me, it doesn't really spur too much of my curiosity, in my opinion. And then here it says, want to know Outlaw Kitty's story. That's the main call to action. But let me see if I can find out about Outlaw Kitty without actually going in, without hitting the call to action. And I'm seeing that there's a small misspell here. It says Outlaw Kitty. So you might want to correct your spelling here. The font also makes it just a little bit funky to read. So that might have caused the misspell. But for customers visiting the page, it doesn't seem too hard to read. However, in my opinion, this has just a little bit too much text. The actual description, rumor has it, it's hard to find cat jewelry and gifts that express who cats and cat lovers really are. I think this is a very, very strong sentence here. This could be like the one and only sentence here, because who is Outlaw Kitty? You guys are the ones that offer cat jewelry that express who cats and cat lovers really are. Just keeping it simple, keeping it short and sweet, because like I said, there's an awful lot of text here, and you're linking people away from the page as well. You can find more information here. If your main goal is to get people signing up on the page, is to really is to get people as email subscribers, I would really just cut down on some of this text here. You might want to just exclude some of the sections. Let me read through a little bit more of the section. Outlaw Kitty rocks Animal Planet. Okay, so you guys have been featured on Animal Planet. I'm not sure how much this can drive signups. It's good to know. It's cool that that you guys have been featured, but
I would say that's actually something that'd be worth calling out as social proof. Like, you could test it with it being higher on the page. So with a paid account, you'd be able to run an A/B test and say, like, Outlaw Kitty as featured in Animal Planet, and see if it has an impact. Because it seems to me like that might have to disagree with Izzy, but it might have significant social proof. Or if you're expecting a lot of visitors because they saw you on Animal Planet, then you want to relate to the visitor. So that comes from the context that people have before they get to your page. So if you have a lot of people coming from a specific location, then calling out that location, saying, welcome people from Animal Planet or something, can't hurt. What Izzy said about the copy, I agree that the copy, since I was talking anyway, I would make the copy on the side one paragraph, and I would make the headlines more summarized. So instead of asking the question, who is Outlaw Kitty? I would just answer it in the top and be more direct with the copy. Outlaw Kitty is cat jewelry for people with a wild side, or Outlaw Kitty is jewelry with a wild side. Like, something that reinforces, even if you're saying it multiple times on the page, something that just keeps reinforcing the brand as you go down the page. Izzy?
I think, well, I mean, you're pretty much spot on. I mean, basically, that's what I was getting to. I mean, what's the context of people visiting your page? Where are they coming from? You know, where are your majority of visitors going to be coming from? Are you going to be running Facebook ads? Are you depending on your on your Animal Planet feature? And you really want to focus that you really want to focus your landing page driven towards the intent of your visitors. So basically, if I saw that you were featured on Animal Planet and I see your and I see your jewelry, I like it. I'm coming with the intent to not necessarily learn more about Outlaw Kitty's story, which Josh said you could kind of just slightly describe it on the page. But I might be coming, to actually learn more about your jewelry. Just get on your email subscriber list and learn more, basically. So changing the page to the actual intent of the visitor, and also changing your call to action text. I guess that would be my main opinion. So let's sign up on the page. Josh, do you want to sign up on the page, or do you want to criticize this page just a little bit more?
No, I mean, I think we've hit it. I mean, the sign up is a standard. You can kind of see on my screen, it's a standard. Thanks for your interest. And this is where the font kind of hurts you with longer copy. So consider just the font. I really might consider changing the font for the headlines into something that's a little bit more readable, because it makes this font really hard to read. It's partially because it's all uppercase. So if you change the default thank you text and do a lowercase thank you or sentence case thank you, it might be easier to read. There's not really a reason given to share, not really a next steps. Like, it'd be great to see, like, you've signed up, check your email for more about our story, like, or check your email for our events and promotions, like at least something that says what would happen after you sign up. So, kind of summarize what he said about the page. I mean, I would really consider tightening up the copy a significant amount, like half the amount of copy in each of these spaces to say the same amount. Really leverage the headlines, be direct about what it is in each headline that you wanted to call out. My suggestion is taking this Animal Planet feature and testing it in the main headline. And then, you can find us, we're here. I would put this box last on the page because the last box will get a lot of attention, but it's also down lower on the page, so you have a chance to explain your product before they join it. And then I would also, in the thank you email, would follow up with this information in the thank you email if that's important to you, of what you're trying to do with the page. I'm going to switch to the next page. So one of the next pages that came up was in the chat room was On the Road to Honesty, kickstarter.kickoffpages.com. So first thing I'll say is just a little bit of context. Again, as he said, you're paying us for account, which is great. I love it. But take advantage of that and use a custom domain. So don't use this Kickoff Pages domain. Use your domain that you're going to have the product at. It's an important tip to do that and to consider using your domain, because you'll build up reputation for that domain within search engines faster if you start using it. Because really the only reputation you're helping build up is the general Kickoff Pages one, and you're sharing that reputation with all of the other people who are also using that domain. So purchase your own domain if you haven't already. Publish the page to the domain. If you need help with that, we can help you with it. We do it all the time for folks. The first thing about this page is there is way too much copy on this page. I know you're telling a story, but you can be more succinct in telling a story and leverage the copy on the bottom part, which you already have a lot of text on the page. Just feeling like if you step back 10 feet from a landing page and you scroll, the page as you're stepping back, does the page feel like it's sort of a wall of text? If it feels like you're being confronted with a wall of text, that's how visitors come. Like, visitors come to scan and skim for headlines at first, and then read in if they want to. And so you can have a lot of copy, and I think it's okay to have a little bit of copy in here, and you heard us saying to tighten it up, but just, especially right up front, you don't want to be scared on this first page, scare somebody away and say, wow, there's a lot to read before I even get to their call to action. And it's potentially, if you're working on a Kickstarter, maybe you've got a video you can put up on the page, just something that takes away from the copy, and for people that want more information, gives it to them. When I skimmed through this copy, it says, finally a finally a friendly and efficient way for parents to teach honesty. It's a fine headline, but then you're telling the story here, and I think the story should be in the below the sign up thing. I would shorten this and say, take all this out, the story here, and focus just on this much copy, and focus on, say, for parents and educators to help move, child honesty. Whatever the benefit is, I would get to it right here. Because you're saying it here, efficient way for parents to teach honesty. Say who you are again in the detail copy, and what you're going to deliver. I don't know if this is a book, if this is a video series, if it's a board game, if it's in-person classroom. Be really specific. Like, we're writing a book to help teach you this that will be delivered in May. Be the first to read it, and so that you're very specific about what it is, and get early bird rewards. And consider taking this into the headlines here, like honesty talks, and then tell the story about what it is. And you've got some detail that says, first, the kit is made of a very special children's book. Okay, so then that word, the kit, should be in here. We're building a kit to help teach honesty for parents and children. And so that should be up here in the page. And I hope this is making sense when I'm reading it. Just really take the story, put it below, explain the what very clearly up here, and then the why of why they should care and sign up very clearly. Izzy?
I think you pretty much nailed it. I mean, taking care of the why people should actually sign up. Something that kind of threw me off as well is, and I'm not sure if you mentioned it because I was actually chatting, but the call to action button, the button color is kind of a green color. Well, it is green, but on the road to honesty up here, you have in your image, you have some green. Right below it, you have some green, and that, to my eyes, and also with all this text, kind of buries your actual call to action. So when I'm skimming through the page, I kind of just skim right over it, and I go straight for the other images, and I go straight for all this text, and this extremely large testimonial. These really need to be cut down. All the text really needs to be cut down. If you do insist on keeping this much copy on your page, definitely A/B test it. I mean, create an A/B test within KickoffLabs. You can create a copy of your page, and on your new page, just go in and start deleting sections. Get rid of the text that's not supporting your main message on the page. And I guess that would be my main feedback. Your call to action, I would probably change this to maybe even like a red. I mean, just something that's just slightly more noticeable. Yep, that's my feedback, Josh. Want to continue with another page?
Yeah, go ahead and pick the next page.
It says button in orange, and yeah, button in orange could actually work a little bit better. There's some orange here, but it's below the actual green, so it's not like, so it would be between two greens instead of one green between two greens. You know what I mean? So yes. So let me see if there's another page here in the chat real quick. I think I saw one, but if I might be mistaken. Yes, there's PNL practitioner Bari.kickoff pages. Okay. So this page is in Italian, so it's going to be slightly difficult for us to criticize the copy on the page. Informati per la vita presenta. Okay, so you're presenting what looks like an event. I really like the actual image. I mean without even knowing Italian, it's extremely clear that it's for a live event, that it's happening Bari 2015, and I really like the page. Super clear. I think that the copy has just about the right amount. I mean, I can't understand it clearly. Maybe Josh could be translating the page while we speak within Google Translate, but but I think that to me, it seems like as if it's just like the right amount of copy. So you're saying that your company, Informati per la Vita, which what I would imagine information for life, would, you guys are presenting this. It's a new and you can't lose this course or something like that. I'm sorry for trying to translate this literally.
It's translated. I have it in a different browser, which I didn't share, so I apologize. It's a new and unmissable course on neurolinguistic programming is coming to Bari. I mean, that's the rough translation from Google. It says enter your email and be the first to know the details of the event.
Perfect. What's the call to action say?
And it says click here to enter your email.
Okay.
And then when I click there, like you can click there, Izzy, on the page. And so the call to action is fine, but then when I click there,
it takes us to a MailChimp.
It takes to a MailChimp page, and so you're actually using a KickoffLabs page for this click-through. I would just collect the email address directly on KickoffLabs, and we can submit the email address to MailChimp, because then you're not having to convince people twice, once to click, once to then load this new page, and then subscribe to the page. So I would really think about, and then like you have the MailChimp logo here. And so we do support sending the email address directly to MailChimp. So I would just ask for the email address directly on the page would be my biggest feedback. I agree with Izzy. I like that it's clear it's a course. The background image backs up what the copy says. And then the only thing the only thing about the copy is, there's no sort of timetable, like, don't miss the next course because it starts in February. Like, just think about, is there some sort of direct motivation like that would get people to sign up now? Like, the next course is, you want to be in it, sign up now to make sure you're on the list, or that you get notified. So if there's a little bit of a timeline, a countdown, add some incentive, some motivation for people to sign up today. Was there another page in the chat, or should we move on to one of the next pages here?
Let's go ahead and move on to one of the other pages, because I think I can't find any other pages at the moment.
All right, great. So we got a lot of pages to look at. Let's see. So how about this?
And actually, CKEC asks if submissions carry over from the last week. Yes, generally. CKEC, go ahead and submit your page to the chat.
Cool. So this next page is kickstart.ncoffee.co. So ncoffee.co. Join our caffeine Kickstart for special perks. Early supporters get variety of perks, including free coffee, discounts, and more. So there's great incentives. Like, the only thing that I don't quite get is what it is. Like, maybe just one line that says, "We're opening a coffee shop. Join our Kickstart for special perks." Like, just something that it says, what it is, because I get that there's incentives. I get that it's coffee related. Maybe just explain the what it's going to be, without me having to click, questions, learn more here. Now I'm saying, what is coming? So join our pre-launch campaign. It still doesn't say what it is, how it works. You're still not answering what it was. What are the perks? You're still not really explaining what it is, where it says, what it is. Okay, now we get to hear what is nCoffee is ever-changing, elegant subscription box. Awesome. Put that over here and say a subscription box for coffee lovers. Join our caffeine Kickstart for special perks. Like, don't make me click here, scroll down the page, and see what's there on the page to know what it is. It could be 4 words or 5 words, and you could have explained it. And so now let's see if you sign up. All right, thanks for your interest in the coolest coffee subscription box. Once shared, you can head to our homepage to learn more about coffee. So you're asking people to share, and you're saying they'll get credit, but what are they going to get? And so let me go back into this page and see, what do I get? No. Okay, so let me refresh this page so I can go back to that page I was at that had the rewards. This Kickstart. What are the perks? I would actually use one of our thank you pages that explains this. So you're saying if you get 10 signups, if you get 25 signups, if you get 250, you're going to get them something. So take advantage of those rewards like some of the other people have done. have a reward table page. We've got a couple different templates, and we're building more that you can actually use as the thank you page to explain these perks right there, because nobody's going to find these perks. Like, you've got great benefits that you're saying you're going to give away, but nobody's going to click through, scroll down, and read it, when it should just be right after you sign up. It should just be right here on the page, and should explain the rewards on the page here for sharing and what you get for signing up. Izzy, do you have anything you wanted to add?
No, I think you're pretty much spot on. Something that I quickly noticed is, let's say I'm not ready to actually sign up on the page. I'm not too ready right now. What's going to happen? Actually, I think I just jumped out of the cookie. There was an exit intent here. They actually had embedded one of our exit intent, but since I'm in the same session, it's not going to work correctly. But yeah, I mean, they were using our exit intent. I'm not sure how necessary it is to add an exit intent to such a small form, to be completely honest with you. If you had slightly more, more copy on the page, I would actually add the exit intent here. But what I would really do, the other pages that Josh was actually visiting, I think it was ncoffee.co or shades.ncoffee.co, I would place the exit intent here, where this is like your main page, your main information page. They're just like a sign up button here. People might not click it, and people will be, will be informing themselves on your main homepage. Placing the exit intent here is one of the best places to actually place an exit intent pop-up widget. So people visiting your page, they're not ready to actually sign up now. They see the sign up button, but they don't click it. They might scroll off of here, and then you'll get the exit intent will pop up here, and you'll get them signed up to your KickoffLabs list, which like I said, I would really do. And since you're probably not pushing these customers to your Kickstart campaign, you could create another campaign within your KickoffLabs account, which is just like a general email capture campaign, which is which can be your long-term lead generation campaign. That's my feedback.
All right, I'm going to look at this laundry delivery. Again, paying Kickoff customers, thank you, I appreciate it. But use a domain. Right now it says laundrydelivery-4-kickoffpages.com. Use your domain. It'll just look more trustworthy. Think about all the little things like this page title. You can set the page title. It doesn't have to be one word, laundry delivery. It could be, what you're doing, like we deliver laundry. So it's in the page title here. You can see there's an exit intent. So I made this pop up. And I'm doing this a little bit backwards because I should have read the copy first and then tried to exit. I just wanted to show this as a new feature of KickoffLabs that Izzy was just talking about, so I could have it up on the screen. So if somebody doesn't sign up and they go to click X on the page, we have this exit intent widget that'll pop up and gives like, hey, it's the last chance. What I would do is, this is our default copy on the exit intent, or close to the default copy. This is your chance to have a slightly different pitch. So say something like, you have laundry piling up, or your laundry's piling up, sign up and we'll help you. Like something that's a little bit more onto your brand, that relates to the message, that's said differently than what you see on the page. And so one of those best practices for exit intent widgets, if you're using it, is to think about what you're saying on the page. Somebody's leaving the page without having signed up. That didn't convince them. Is there another way you could say what you were saying on the landing page in a way that gets them to sign up? And so, rewording, it's a chance to try alternative copy, of rewording it and seeing if somebody will sign up on the page. Again, the subscribe, I would say, get us to do your laundry, something more specific to a call to action here. Now let's actually look at the landing page. So I'll close this and look at the page that's here. Spending your valuable time doing laundry. We're making it better, free pickup and delivery at your door, at your convenience. This is similar to it. It looks like there's a lot of copy, but it's much more readable than one of the past pages we looked at, on the road to honesty. There's a lot of copy up here, but it's done well. Like, it asks the question, and it says, we're making it better. You might say, instead of saying we're making it better, because I could say that about anything, you might say, we'll do it for you, free pickup and delivery at your door, at your convenience. I might actually, if you have a brand logo or a name, I might put that above this copy. And then I might consider maybe deleting, one of these lines or moving these lines down below the page, because it's not clear there's a form. There's a form here because it's pushed a little far down. I mean, the image is great. You've got these laundry machines, but this header area, think about how you could half the height of this header, but still say a similar amount, and then get to the form where you're asking people to sign up. And again, people are playing with fonts, and we have font options, and lots of landing page builders have font options. Think about maybe just making all the fonts consistent, and just using 2 fonts, because right now there's 1, 2, 3 fonts used on the page, and they kind of fluctuate, and so it'll feel more professional if you stick with 1 or maybe just 2 complementary fonts on the page. Just because we let you pick multiple fonts and you could have 10 different fonts on the page doesn't mean you should. And just because a builder lets you do something with a landing page doesn't mean you should. And I run into this all the time where people sort of get in their own way because they have this personal preference. They want to make this font. They want to make this another font. Start simpler. If simple doesn't work, then start adding on top and testing back and forth. So let's see what happens when I sign up. So I'll say first name, Josh. And thankfully this all filled in, or didn't. There we go. I would make this text white to match the rest of the copy on the page on the blue. So hi there, thanks for your interest. As soon as we launch, we'll be the first to know. This is, I'll tell people who are running launches, a horrible launch strategy, because it's just, you're saying as soon as we launch, you'll be the first to know. And you're saying basically, we're not going to contact you again until we launch. And what's going to happen is you're going to collect this email address. 6 months from now, I'm going to get an email, and it's going to say, hey, we launched. And I'm going to say, who are you and when did I sign up? It's just a horrible launch strategy. And so you want to involve people that sign up. You want to set the expectation that we'll send you a preview, we'll get you involved. There's going to be things you can do along the way, because you really want fans and you really want to cultivate them so that when you do say we've launched, you're actually recognized by the people that come to the page. I would also consider being location specific. There's nothing that I saw. Okay, yeah, I guess anywhere in Houston. I would call that out and say laundry service for Houston. And it sounds like you're stopping. You might be saying like, oh, well, then the people in Seattle won't sign up. True. You don't want them to sign up at this point. You want people to sign up that are in Houston that have a laundry problem. And so I would really focus this top copy on like, don't waste time in Houston doing laundry. We'll do free pickup and delivery to your door at your convenience for a low price. Boom, that's enough. Then get into the incentive and the signing up on the page. I think that's probably, unless there's a chat request for a page. Let's see. No, I didn't see another request in the chat for the page.
We had a theory asking if we could take a look at his thank you page, which was the On the Road to Honesty.
Okay.
And let me share that link with you. Sign up thank you page. Should be that one.
Do you want to take a quick look at it, Izzy?
Sure. Well, I mean, basically, taking a look at it, I'm seeing that that for now it's using our basic thank you page template. I mean, there's a few things that you changed. The following link has been created just for you. Actually, not that. Share it and earn discounts on the On the Road to Honesty parenting kit. So I think, I mean, once people are at this point, would mean that they actually signed up on the page. They learned about it. It looks like he actually jumped in and started getting rid of some of the text already. But seems as if that people are actually ready and they know what the kit is all about, because here you're talking about 50% off, 25% off, and and according to me, it wasn't 100% clear that it was going to be that it was going to involve some kind of purchase. So you might want to call out, that on the road to honesty parenting kit has a $100 value, has a $300 value, something referring to the actual value of the on the road to honesty parenting kit, because as Josh mentioned a little bit before, it's not 100% clear what the kit is. Is it a book? Is it a series of videos? Is it a course? And here you're talking about getting a discount on that. So it's not 100% clear. One free kit, pay only the shipping fees. So just making it very, very clear. You can actually use. We have a section that's right below the actual rewards section, which is the longer rewards description, and that's where you can actually describe a little bit more. You can get into more detail about what the parenting kit is if you don't want to place it on your main sign-up page. But I would place, like, for example, the parenting kit has a $300 value, has a $100 value, whatever. Just making sure that people know that they're getting 50% off of that value. That's my opinion.
All right, Izzy, thanks for the comments. I'm going to go ahead. It looks, if I'm sharing my screen, I'm going to attempt a live demo. So most of you guys that are here are Kickoff Labs customers. If you're not, I encourage you to try setting up your own campaigns. We didn't get to one. There was a customer that was also running a cool contest. We're a great platform for contests as well. So here's a customer for, Passport.Bizingo Games. They've got a registration to submit, and they've got a thank you page that encourages people to get more entries by sharing. Just more usage, more ways to grow your list after you launch. The thing I wanted to show you really quick is, if you haven't had a chance, so we showed you one person using an exit intent widget, and so I'm going to attempt to demo this live. So I've got a landing page here. It's a small event. We're attending a conference called MicroConf, and we're going to host. Yes.
Right now, we're actually looking at on the road to honesty on your screen.
Okay. Thank you for pointing that out. And so I'm going to switch windows here. Stop. Screen share. And let's go to the right window. All right. So we've got this landing page here.
Josh,
it's a small.
There you go. Perfect. Now we can see it.
We've got this landing page here. It's a small event. We're attending a conference, and we're hosting an event to review people's ideas or their landing pages live at the event next week. So it's a limited audience. It's not really the a huge broad audience example. But if I don't sign up and I try and leave, nothing happens on this page. I've got the campaign within Kickoff Labs. So if I come in here, I've got this landing page. I want to add a new exit intent widget. So if I click the handy dandy add new thingamabob, which is almost what we called that button, and you get the list of ways we can collect leads. And second on the list is exit intent. So let me create a new Kickoff Labs bounce exit intent form here. Name it, and let me quick open up the editor so I can just kind of show you what it looks like. I won't make any edits live because as you can see, I've already misspelled things as I've gone through this. Once you get to the editor, you can choose a layout, you can choose a message, change the form, edit the form on the page, play with the colors, a background image, all sorts of bounce settings which are explained on the in the hover overs that you'll see. And let me click test me now, so you can kind of see it. Versus last chance to sign up, please sign up. Here's the the subscribe list. Don't have to do anything else. I can just click get the code. I don't even have to paste this code if I want, and we'll make this clearer. But if I go to the page now and I go back to my landing page and I go to edit the page, you'll see there's a tab now on the side that says on exit, and there's bounce options. And I can choose my exit intent widget that I want to use here. And MicroConf exit. And let me publish that page. Now, if everything worked according to plan, when I go and I refresh this page, same page, nothing changed. I'll scroll down. I'll look at the page. It's like, it's not really for me. And I'll go up to exit. Oh, and there it is, last chance to sign up. So please sign up. We promise never spam you, subscribe. And it's just, like I said, it's an alternative. It's a way to present some alternative copy, a last chance to get somebody to sign up. It can add a few percentage points to your conversion rate. We've started seeing people using it more and more. You can add it to your landing pages, or as Izzy pointed out, to your main website as a way to get people to sign up for your campaign. So it's a great feature. We'd love to hear your feedback. We'd love you to try it out and tell us what you think. Thanks, everyone. It's been a pleasure reviewing landing pages. If we didn't get to yours, I apologize. We will be back again next week with some more landing page reviews. So thanks, and we'll see you all later.